Hello everybody, welcome to Chaoko Draws. This is the Chaoko Draws for Eclipse, or also known as Veil Harvest, as his real name. But since I never call him Veil Harvest, or that's hardly ever, if ever, mentioned in the comic, I'll just keep calling him Eclipse from now on. Eclipse was introduced in the second arc of Cheetah Kid as you know. I don't know why I keep saying that. And he has ice magic, and he's the first character to be presented that has magic in like the standard way of magic. Because Pal has magic, but he doesn't have the same kind of magic. Like, basically, Pulse magic was essentially the whole Pulse magic is just internal magic. It's the raw form of magic brought out into existence and used physically. It's kind of like plasma, except not hot, probably. And the way the magic that Eclipse has is like this would probably be a good episode to explain the magic in this world. So Eclipse's magic works like every other magic in the world, because there's ice magic, there's lightning magic, there's fire magic, and there's poison magic. The way that you get magic is you have, there's two things that you need. You need to be born a mage, which means that you essentially have mana, or the scientific term for it, or magic, or the liquid that is magic, in your blood. Or it's it's a liquid that you have, or it's substance of some sort. It's kind of like blood, except not blood. It's not. I think it's a complicated system of things that I'm not going to explain the science to. Basically, a person born with mana, and secondly, you have to have eaten a fruit called a filch. A filch is basically this kind of pear-like fruit that is in different colors: blue, yellow, red, and purple. Blue being ice, yellow being lightning, red being fire, purple being poison. To normal people, magic filches taste terrible. They just don't taste good at all. And the only way that a human can actually, or not human, a non-mage could eat a filch is by doing some cooking thing with them, to where all the mana in it is taken out, and it's just the flavor of the fruit. It's again another complicated science thing that I'm not going to explain. But normal people can eat filches if they are processed in a certain way. But and the reason why they taste terrible because they have mana in them, but normal people don't have that, so it's not good. And to mages, the fruits taste good. They taste normal. They taste like any other fruit would. Not sure what they taste like. They taste like whatever poison, fire, ice, and lightning taste like. And basically, when a mage eats them, that type of mana or magic is put into their natural mana, and that's kind of just now their body is wired to have ice magic. If you ate an ice filch, but if you had a fire one, you'd be wired to use fire magic now. And yeah, sorry, my throat's kind of dry from. I've been doing a lot of recordings today, and so once a mage eats that, they get the type of magic wired to them. But the thing is, when a mage eats it, they go into a slight coma because it's such a drastic change to their body. So it's for a week they'll be out, or even shorter, depending on how good of a mage or a guess you are, or how strong of a mage you're born as. Some people it takes a week, some people it takes a month. But that doesn't stop a mage necessarily from having multiple types of magic, as will be explained or shown later in the comic. A mage can have multiple types of magic, but the more and more they eat the different kinds of fruit, the more risk they have of dying of it. So, if a nice mage eats a fire fruit after that, they'll go into a coma for a longer time, or they'll just never wake up. They'll just die. And so it's really risky to actually use more than one magic, but it can be done. And poison magic in itself can actually kill a mage just straight up. Only certain people, mainly females, as I don't know why it is, but mostly females can use poison magic, and it's more deadly towards males. But even females can die from it. But it's the one, like, fruit where you can eat it and still die even if you're a mage, like, right off the bat. And so most people avoid using poison magic, and those who have it, they have it. It's also incredibly dangerous, so it's kind of like, why do you have this, or why do you want this, kind of thing going on there. But aside from that, like, I'll maybe explain the mage thing later, because I've taken up half the time for this episode on it. But aside from that, Eclipse has always been one of my favorite characters in the comic that I've expressed many times in my descriptions of the comics. And that's mainly just because of, like, how he acts. It's like how he's, like, all prestigious, or he acts prestigious, and then, like, he's actually just kind of a coward. And, like, he just finds ways to get out of things. He's very slick with things. And he tries to impress people. And he doesn't fail to impress a lot of people, except for Kent, who does not buy into any of his bull. Or his bunk. Or bull bunk. And, like, he tries very hard to, like, befriend Kent again, because he used to be friends with him as a kid, and during like, their childhood, he did something, like, to both Kent and Token that made Kent, like, hate him, and, like, just ruined their friendship entirely. But it made Eclipse popular, so, as Kent said, he basically gave up their friendship for popularity. And after he became, like, a hero and stuff like that, and he got magic, that's about when he became popular. So, yeah. That storyline will be explained later on. Like, I've actually been, like, thinking about changing it, because it's a very small thing. It's a very small thing, and that's kind of the thing about, like, Cheetah Kid's character. He's, like, he's getting worked up over this small thing. And at the time, yeah, it was bad, but, I mean, it's not that bad. But, like, I'm thinking of making it, like, even just more petty, and, like, making it more silly, but, like, I don't know. Because I do change the story often, but not drastically, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna stay the same as it is now. But yeah, Eclipse is pretty, like, Eclipse is just my favorite in the way he talks, and the way I write him to talk. Like, I don't know why, but, like, him just being, like, a sub-jerk, like, unintentional jerk, is just my favorite thing. And, like, the way he, like, poses and stuff, and mannerisms and such like that. He's just a good character, in my opinion. And I'm glad that other people like him, too. Like, people find him, like, to be one of their favorite characters, as I've heard from a few people. And that makes me happy, because I really like that character, too. He's not my favorite character, because I can't really have a favorite character. And it would also tell you, like, you know, this character's obviously not going to have anything bad happen to them. But, like, I mean, that's not true. Like, even the characters I really like, some bad stuff happens to them. Or, like, you know, I'm not going to go into detail, obviously, for obvious reasons, because spoilers. But, like, yeah, it's just like, I don't know where I was going with this, but, yeah, even my favorite characters can still have bad things happen to them. But, yeah, he's one of my favorite characters, that's for sure. One character that I actually didn't expect to be my favorite character, like, one of my favorite characters was, Mr. McBoom, because I had an idea for what Marcus's dad was supposed to be like, but I didn't really know what his character would be like, because, like, I had a shell of him, didn't really have the character. But then I started writing him to be like, Macho Man Randy Savage, and, like, because me and my friend were making jokes about, like, that, and, like, and he's honestly really cool. It's a shame he's dead. But, he's so funny, like, in my opinion. Like, I love Mr. McBoom. Like, he's just so cool. In the way I've, like, already written so far. I get attached to my characters, obviously. And I like all my characters for, like, more than one reason, but, like, some of them just stand out to me, personally. But it doesn't, again, don't make, like, the assumption that means that they are safe. Like, I don't want to scare anyone, but, like, the characters aren't necessarily safe in the comic. Bad things will happen to them. And some things good that will happen to them. Most things good will happen to them. There's, like, some points where bad things happen, you know, as I've said before. Anyway, that's the end of that Chaoko Draws. If you liked it, there's a whole playlist of Chaoko Draws and, like, on my channel. And, I don't really care about you like, comment, subscribing, because, you know, I'm not a YouTuber, so I don't really care about that bunk. If you liked it, if you liked the video, or you came here to watch some art, you did it. Good job. I hope you liked it if you got this far. If not, then that's kind of unfortunate. You waste your time. I'm sorry. But, thank you guys again, and I might see you next time, I guess, in the next Chaoko Draws. Bye, bye, bye.